Hello everyone, and welcome to my SB2 channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the periodic table. I have periods and groups for you. We have metallic elements, a little bit on non-metallic elements, as well as metalloids, and then at the end, we're going to have a practice together. Okay, so starting by kind of introduction for the periodic table. So think about the arrangement of elements in order of increasing atomic number, with elements having similar properties in vertical columns, which is known as your periodic table. Okay, now you might notice slight variations in periodic tables from one textbook to another one. They are simply matters of a style, or they might concern the particular information included. However, there are no fundamental differences. So the horizontal rows of the periodic table are called periods. The first period, as you can see, we have only two elements, which is hydrogen and helium. The second and the third periods consist of 8 elements each. The fourth and the fifth periods contain 18 elements. And the last two, right, 6 and 7 periods have 32 elements each. But in order to fit on a page, right, 14 of these elements from each period appear at the bottom of the table. Okay. Now, the vertical columns are groups. These are numbered from 1 to 18, as you can see on the table. Elements in a group often exhibit similarities in physical and chemical properties. For example, if you look at group 11, I have copper, silver, and gold, and these are metals that are slightly less reactive than most of the other metals, which is why they have been traditionally used to make coins. Okay, that is pretty cool. Now we also have these three classes, which they are metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. I'm going to be talking about these, okay? But before that, I have one more page for you. So follow me on the next page. Okay, so what I have here is a table that is presenting some of these common groups with their names in the periodic table. So for example, we have the very first column, which is known as alkali metals from lithium to francium. We have the second group, which is known as alkaline earth metals from beryllium to radium. I have the whole block in the middle, right, which is from group 3 to 12, known as your transition metals. For example, from scandium to zinc. And then I have group 17, which is our halogens, right, from fluorine to astatine. We also have the very last column, right, that's group 18, which is also very important, right, known as noble gases, and those are from helium to radon. It's just a good idea to know the names for all of these groups, right? They are quite famous in our chemistry world. Okay, now we're going to be talking about metallic elements, non-metallic elements, and then we have metalloids. Starting by metallic elements. All the elements on the left, except for the hydrogen, and the middle of the table are known as your metallic elements. You can also call them metals, right? They all share characteristic properties such as luster, or they have high electrical and heat conductivity. Typically, they are solid at room temperature, except for one of them, which is mercury, and that is liquid. So all of these solid metals, right, they can become liquids if we heated them, sufficiently, which is known as melting point. And we'll talk about the melting points and many of these, physical properties in our future lectures. On the right side, you can see that we have some examples, right? We have iron, we have copper, we have aluminum. I also have two of my favorite metals, which is silver and of course gold, right? Okay, then we have the non-metallic elements. Here it says the metals are separated from non-metallic elements or non-metals by a step line. And these nonmetals generally differ from metals in their appearance as well as their physical properties. At room temperature and pressure, some of these nonmetals are gaseous, some of them are solid, and one of them is liquid, which is the case of bromine. And again, you can see some of these examples on the picture on the right side of the slide. Now, for metalloids, they are really interesting species, right? So these are the elements that lie along the line that separate the metals from the nonmetals, right? And they may have some properties that kind of fall between those of the metals and nonmetals, right? And I have them all color coded for you here. So I have boron, I have silicon, I have germanium, right? We have arsenic, we have antimony, we have tellurium as well. These are just the names for these metalloids. Okay, so let's do this practice together. Chlorine is a halogen, and then it says locate this element in the periodic table. Okay, look at your table. Hello, chlorine, we can see you. The first question is what is the symbol? That is Cl, right? The second one says in which period and in which group is this element located? And as you can see, you have it on period 3, right? Group 17, right? Which was known as our halogens, right? Next question is what is the atomic number? You can look at the table. We have 17, which is presenting the number of protons, by the way, right? As we talked about in our previous lecture. And then the last question is it a metal or non-metal? And as you can see, it is on the kind of far right side of the table, which is going to be our non-metal. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might find it useful. If you're really enjoying the content and you want to keep learning with me, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you're not going to miss out any of our future videos. And as I mentioned before, I always love to hear from you guys. You can drop a comment below if you have any questions or any specific topics that you would like me to cover in the next video. Your support means the world to me and it helps this channel grow. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.